JAM exam is fast approaching, and I know many candidates are already tensed, are already frustrated about the upcoming exam. If you are feeling this way, please watch this video to the end. My name is Azizat Hamza, and I am a PGD graduate, and I will soon enroll for my master's degree. I have the following tips for you that will help you to study harder, to study more for your JAM. The first reason that you are not reading or that you're feeling frustrated about the reading or about the upcoming JAM exam is fear of failure. The fear of failure is what is stopping you, it's what is making you unmotivated to read. Maybe because this is your first jam and you are scared that you're afraid of failure, you are afraid that you are not going to get the UTME score that you want, or there is a tension already at home. They want you to get this particular score, or this is not your first jam and you are afraid that okay, you don't want to fail again, you don't want to fail maybe for the second time or for the third time. Now what I want you to know is that fear is a thief. Fear is a thief. Repeat that. Fear is a thief. It is a thief that steals your success. If you allow fear to have its way on you, definitely it's going to steal your success. Don't let fear disturb you. Don't let fear stop you from reading or frustrate you or make you tired or stressed out. What fear should make you is to make you more motivated. It should make you that, okay, because you are afraid of this failure, you should put on more work. You should put on more hard work. And if you are already reading for 2 hours a day, the fear of failure should make you read 3 hours or 4 hours a day. This is what fear of failure should make you do. It should not stop you from reading, it should not disturb you, it should not stress you out. Now, if you are feeling unmotivated because you feel I've already failed my first jam, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, I wrote my first jam in 2014. That is 10 years ago. And I scored 142. Yes, 142. That was my first jam score. So imagine now I am a graduate and and I'll soon even enroll for my master's. And now this jam failure is just a story. It's a story that I'm telling you. So you should not be afraid of failure. Nobody wants to fail. I know that, but you should not be afraid of failure. You should not let fear steals your success. The second thing I want you to know is that you as a candidate should know your learning style, should know your studying style. Don't copy somebody's style. Don't let someone tell you that, okay, you should read for 5 hours and that's it. Or you should read for 1 hour because I'm reading for 1 hour, that's it. You know yourself better than anybody else. So use your learning style, use what suits you. If you are a slow learner, you know that if your friend is studying 1 hour a day for jam, you are not going to study for 1 hour a day because you are a slow learner. You should add 2 more hours or even 3 more hours to that. So don't copy your friend, don't copy somebody else style of learning or of studying. So you should know the time that is comfortable for you to learn. You should know the method of learning. You should know the method of your learning because you as an individual is different from another person. If someone likes reading in the night and you like reading in the morning, you cannot copy that person that is reading in the night because you like reading in the morning and the morning reading suits you better. So know your learning style. If you are the type that you find calculations difficult, you know that okay, you're going to focus your energy on the calculation part. And if you know that okay, you are not getting the calculation part, but time is going already, then you should focus more energy on the theory part. So know your learning style. Know if you like a quiet place or you like to play music while studying. Do you like to be alone while studying, or do you want to be in a group to study? You know yourself better than anybody else, so you should do you. The second tip, as I mentioned earlier, is know your learning style. The third tip is to start with easy material, to start with easy subject. If your subject combination is physics, chemistry, biology, and use of English, and you know that physics is giving you tough time, then you should start with the easier material, the easier subject. You should start with English, you should start reading biology, chemistry, then leave physics for the last part. Because if you focus all your energy or all your time on physics alone, and you said you are going to just leave these easier materials to the last or minute, then it's going to give you, you at the end of the day, you are going to not know the physics and still fall behind on the subjects that you find easier. So instead of you to just channel energy on the subject that is giving you tough time, yes, of course, you should give it more time, but you should also give more time to those materials or those subjects that are giving you that are very easy for you. If to say you are studying for 2 hours and your material, this English material is easier and physics material is giving you tough time, then you should start reading English material. After finishing English material, then you now start reading the physics material. You can also break the material into sizes. Like, okay, I'm going to read this part and for just 30 minutes, and then I'm going to read the other part for just 15 minutes, for just 15 minutes, sorry. So you can break it into sizes, and that will be easier for you to assimilate. That will be easier for you to grasp. The next thing I want you to know is you should have a timetable. If you are just reading anyhow, if you're just reading as you like or whenever you find time, you are not going to be consistent with reading. You're also not going to be disciplined with reading. So having a timetable, having a scheduled timetable is going to help you maintain your reading time. In fact, you can even tell your parents or your guardian or your friends that this is my timetable. Show it to them and tell them so that you can block out time for work and for other things, and then time for your own reading. In fact, even if you don't want to read at that time, your parents or your siblings will motivate you and will remind you that, Kule, come and read though. This is your time for reading. And they will help with motivating you. So always have a timetable and make sure that that timetable is based on your subject combination, one, your JAMB syllable, and past question paper. Use it as your guide on forming your timetable. And also that timetable should be based on your learning style, based on the time of the day that you like to read or that you assimilate things faster. Because some people like reading in the morning, some people like reading in the night, some even like reading in the afternoon. So if you are forming a timetable, make sure that you are using your learning style to form that timetable. Don't just copy your friend's timetable that, oh, we should be reading in the night around 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. No, you know yourself, so you should make sure that your timetable reflects your learning style, and it also reflects how your daily activities goes about. The next tip I'm giving you is don't cram. Please don't cram for jam. If you are reading, don't cram. If you cram, what this will do to you is you will forget things. When exam approaches, you will forget things. When you are writing the exam, you will forget things, because that's what cramming do. Cramming limits your brain to just grasping just that thing that you force it to grasp. It's okay to cram formulas. It's okay to cram some things that you know that they are not changing, they are constant, like formulas, like I said earlier. But learn to just study and understand things rather than just cramming. If you said, I'm going to cram, how many things are you going to cram, Seth? How many things are you going to cram that you are sure of that that thing is going to come out in your JAM exam? So do yourself justice and don't cram for JAM. Please make sure that it, I know it's okay. Some people will say that, oh, I'm reading and I'm forgetting. I don't even know. I'll read today and after a week I will forget. What you should know is if you are reading and assimilating things, it's okay that at that moment you forget. But then that thing that you are reading is going inside you, is staying. It's just you, like you are. It's just like a memory that you're saving inside your brain. So whatever you are reading and you think that you are not remembering, by the time that you see a question, then you will be able to remember the answer. Your brain will not say, this is you from your storage room, or this is the answer to this question. So that reading that you feel like, okay, I'm not understanding, I'm not remembering it, I'm not really getting it, it's just like a storage. Make sure that you just don't quit reading because you feel like you are not really remembering it, or you feel frustrated with the reading. Another thing is, okay, while reading, you should give yourself some break, because the brain also need break. So you should give your time to read and time for your brain to relax, so that all the storage, all the things that is entering your brain will also have time to settle in. Another very important tip is to sleep. I know some of you would like to be doing TDB. TDB is till daybreak. You just be reading anyhow. You're not giving your brain enough time to relax. You should give yourself enough time to sleep. Don't say that, oh, I'm going to be reading from morning to night, or I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter and just be reading, especially a few weeks or few days to the JAM exam. Don't do that to your brain, because giving yourself time to sleep will make your brain to relax. So while you are reading, you should also make sure that you are having enough time to sleep, because sleep is also very important for you. Also, because majority of people like reading in the night, if your learning style or if your own personality doesn't agree to reading in the night, don't force yourself to say that I'm going to quit my sleep and just start reading. It's going to disturb your brain, it's going to disturb you, because you are not used to it, and that thing will not work for you. So if you know that, oh, your learning style suits you in the morning or in the afternoon, then sleep throughout the night and read in the morning. But if you feel like reading in the night suits you, then make sure that you have a minimum hours of sleep before waking up, or go to bed early and then wake up in the middle of the night to start your reading, or read throughout the night, and then at the maybe middle of the night you start sleeping, and then make sure that you have a good amount of sleep so that your brain will rest and relax. The last tip I'm going to share with you is minimizing distraction. I know there is a lot of distraction. You want to play ball, you want to watch ball, you want to watch this new series that is on Netflix, you want to even do game, you want to chat with your friends, and a lot of other things. So if you have so many distraction, you should minimize it. You should minimize the time that you watch movies. You should minimize the time that you go out to play ball or to watch ball. And you should minimize the time that you spend chatting with your friends and all that. So make sure that you minimize distraction. It's better to force yourself to adjust and the distraction, and then focus on reading and get what you want at the end of the day, than just go flowing with the distraction, and at the end of the day you'll be thinking that, oh, but I read though. Because yes, you read, but you are also distracted. So even though you are reading, the fact that you're always distracted, your brain is doing one thing or the other, is also making that studying that you're doing not to settle in at all. So while you are studying, while you're having other distraction, you should minimize them, please. Series, the time you watch for series, maybe you spend 2 hours watching series, and then you still spend 2 hours to read. That 2 hours series is going to distract that 2 hours reading that you did. So if you are studying for 2 hours, you should minimize watching movie to 30 minutes, or even don't watch at all. Or if you like going to play football, as I know football is a physical exercise, you should reduce the amount of the time that you want to go out to play football. And if you are the type that do normally go out to watch Arsenal or Manchester or Chelsea, then you should also reduce the time of going out, because you know you're also engaging with your brain, because you go out, you talk about the football, you are analyzing the goal, you are analyzing this kick and all that. So is these are all distractions that is going to disturb your studies. So ensure that you minimize distraction. And I hope that you're going to make it in your UTME exam. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.